Okay, over here in the lathe. Okay, I got the piston stuffed in there. So I brought it right up against the stop till it hit. I went ahead and put a sharper pointed bit in there. So we got our dial indicator stop here. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this until it just touches. So I get an idea about where things are at. That's roughly about 1. We're on 30. And right here. So we pull this back right here. And we adjust this forward here. 60. 60, yep, that's 60. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back in here until it cuts. Go all the way to number 1. There you go. So we're getting it machined out, see? Repeat. 50. Same deal. Turn it in until it contacts. Well, 0, half, and 1 right there. Okay, so we've cut 50 thou now, which is probably about the height of that snap ring. And get our indicator here. Just our 0. And we measure what this actually is. Looks like it's about 40 thou, so I went 50 on 10 extra. What's that sticking on there? These things magnetized? I hate magnetic part tools. The worst thing in the world is to have magnetic tools. So that's why we have a demagnetizer right here. Turn it on. Run it through like that. Demagnetized. Okay. So now you have to put a little bit of chamfer right on the edge so it doesn't have a sharp edge. We'll be good. Okay, that's been shortened up now. Let's go see what we got. Some people say they like my lathe work. I don't know how much you guys like the lathe work. Do you like detailed lathe work or blow through it and not show too much? Okay. So now we take this back together. We'll measure our 1.9 inches now. Okay, we're a little bit under 1.9 now, about 1.880. So good, it should release now. Should get our wire in our hole under there. Stick this in there until it touches. You look down in there, it should be 1.9 to the inside that snap ring groove. Okay, so about 20 thou extra right now. I'm alright with being extra. Extra means the pedal goes a little bit further before it engages. That can be adjusted up if you have to. Okay, so we need our magic goop. Running out, we're still using it. Get a little bit left. Okay, re-goop up this. Pull that out. And one more shot of goop. Hopefully I get enough for one more. Yep. Still got some coming out. Okay. So drop it. Okay. So you got a dull side and a sharp side. Sharp side always goes up, it digs in better in the groove. These are really small holes here for my pliers, so. It goes in the hole now. Locks up right there. Which is about 20-30 thou past the snap ring, so good. So now that hole will open up and relieve the pressure in the system. So all your line pressure after the pistons come back. See, on the way a caliper works is you have rectangular section O-rings in there. And they kind of flex in like that, and they flex retard back, and that's how it retracts the pads off the rotor so it doesn't drag. So it's all about the rubber being flexible. Well, the rubber can't overcome pressure behind it if it won't relieve. If that piston's covering up that hole right there, the cup, it won't relieve the pressure. The brakes stay on all the time. So, and what I was doing, I was drawing a vacuum. That's why I had to keep bumping the pedal to get its release and fluid drop down each time you did that. And the brakes were sticking. Now this is nice and lubed up, just like when we did the caliper. It's nice and free now, so now this is working really free. It had a little bit of muck at the, the fluid was all full of gray crap, and that makes it kind of stiff. So between that, relieving the vacuum on it, should have a brake that actually will work now. Hopefully. And then hopefully between sticking piston and the sticking master cylinder, the brakes are on all the time. And that's why the brakes were burning up all the time also. Now, I don't know how long this problem's been going on for, but we're here to fix problems, not make new ones. Okay, so hopefully we got this fixed. Let's go ahead and reassemble it over here and see how it bleeds again. I had all kinds of comments about how I'm doing this wrong. Well, thanks for your comments. I'll keep doing what I do. Everybody has their own ways of doing stuff. The biggest thing is to make parts work correctly. Okay. This is going to have to be adjusted, and I get some different bolts. So I'll get that handled. I'll be back. Okay, we're back again. Okay, this is the bolt to head in there. You have like 2 threads holding the master cylinder. So I got a nice hex bolt that goes a lot further, and I got a little washer also. So now I'm going to have that much holding it in there. Almost a 1/2 inch, that'd be pretty good. They had maybe that much. So we got a lot more holding power now. Now, these here look like they weren't running washers, but I like running washers where I can. Makes things work better. I'm also going to put a little Loctite on there also. Got problems down here kicking everything. Maybe it's time to move some junk out of the way. Too much junk in the way. It's hard to get work done, like all those painters I'm supposed to be working on. Somebody's going to recognize their heads down there. Ooh, maybe I'm going to work on them this year. Okay, if they're in my way enough, I'll work on them, right? That's how I do it. Can we use a blue Loctite? Okay. I'm going to have to readjust this here for sure. We moved about 40 thou. This is not moving. This is not good. So we're going to move back about 1 turn. Problem is I don't want to move at all. There we go. It's only got about 1 turn of adjustment in it. I hit the set screw, dumbass. Oh, I got more. Okay. About 1.25 now. That should be enough to do what we need. I think. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. There we go. Okay, get freed up now. I can adjust it by my fingers now. So, see what I'm doing over there, but you got this adjustable push rod plunger. So you want to have some free play in your pedal, but not too much. Same deal, if that piston does not return all the way back, your brakes are going to stay on. That includes right in here. Should have a little bit of grease on that also. Put a little bit of blue grease in there. There's no boot on this so other stuff can get in here. Brake line's fighting me now. Threads are kind of bunged up. First two threads are pulled a little bit. Bolt doesn't want to go in. It's not going in. Okay, so what's the problem? Next problem. Threads look all right, but obviously they're not happy. Otherwise they would have went in. Yeah, not happy. So something is not correct. So, do they got metric screws in here? Put it beyond them. Oh. Electrical just broke off. That's why I wasn't bending the wires. Next problem. Wires are broken off. That's why I wasn't turning it. So now that means you gotta go in here. Work on electrical. I feel like there's a zip tie in there. That's why I was not rotating it. If you rotate your wires about 6 turns, there won't be any wires left. It's definitely got a zip tie on there. So now you gotta buy a new switch. Got the zip tie you need. You're gonna have to get to make the brake switch work. That is crispy critter in there. It's one of those Chinese snake things there. Hard to tell what the hell they were doing under there. It's all shrunk, so I can't tell what they did. Either way, it's going to have to be cut and redone. Get the pull back this snake thing and see how far back this goes. At some point there's going to be a couple terminals someplace. There's one right there. They spliced in. Alright, well that switch is junk. I'll have to see if I have another one. But for now we're going to work on the brakes. I'm going to work on the electrical right now. But I'm going to have to go find one of these, see if I have one. Alright, more interruptions. We'll be back.